This week in the Extension Plant Pathology Lab at Montana State University, we hit the road to the lentil production regions of Montana. Our purpose was to identify lentil fields with potential fusarium root rot for a USDA Specialty Crop Research Initiative project. To accomplish this, we first contacted county agents and consultants who work with lentil growers. Then we developed a plan and hit the road. Our first stop was lunch in Hingham with Lance Lindblom from 406 Agronomy. Pulses are relatively new in the triangle, and we do not expect much root rot. Last year, we encountered significant herbicide carryover issues, but this year we saw healthy crops. We had the opportunity to discuss markets, varieties, and crop rotations. They use mustards in their rotations, but are careful to avoid contaminating lentil due to seed separation issues. We visited our fungicide seed treatment and variety trial at the Havre Research Station and caught up with the staff. We speculated about what the virtual field days will look like this year. We're really going to miss showing off our projects to stakeholders. Next, we moved to Valley County with Extension agent Shelley Mills. We learned about grape varieties growing in extreme environments. The lentils here were pretty happy. There was good soil moisture and nodulation, but some wireworm issues and frost. There was a lot of discussion about crop rotation intervals, and growers were consistently putting at least 2 cereals between each pulse. We moved to the Antelope and Plentywood area with Jeannie Rude from Pro Co-op, where we learned growers in eastern Montana were also very careful about crop and herbicide rotation histories this year due to widespread herbicide damage in 2019. It was much drier, lentils were still pretty small, and planting was just getting finished for some spring cereals. Wireworm and cutworm damage was widespread, and I got some neat video of wireworm larvae. After visiting our plots at the Sidney Research Station with Dr. Frankie Crutcher, we moved on to a stumper in Macomb County. Lentils were being injured at or above the soil line. It didn't look like any of the usual stuff and was in a scattered pattern. We'll be working on that this week. In 2 weeks, our PhD student Collins Budgingo will visit these fields to sample and identify the species causing fusarium root rot. He will also take soil samples for 2 other projects to measure pathogen populations in the soil and characterize beneficial soil microorganisms. 3 days, 1,360 miles, meeting lots of old and new friends, and happy to have an opportunity to serve our citizens and our industry.